Papa Tango Alpha, USA.
Kilo Bravo 2, United Kilowatt America.
Kilowatt America, standby. Kilo Charlie 1.
Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Tango, Japan.
Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Tango, Japan.
QSL, QSL.
I'll get you to by 57. 57 in Ontario.
QSL, I have you a 55, a 55 in Massachusetts, Mike Alpha. Over.
QSL, the 55 in Massachusetts. Stand by, second operator.
Kilo Charlie 1, Fox Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Tango. And you're 55 here in Ontario. QSL, you are also 555. 55 in Massachusetts. Thank you for the activation.
Station ending in Kilo Alpha.
Roger, Roger. Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, QSL.
Yes. Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. You're 58 Ontario.
Roger, Roger. I got you 58 in Long Island, New York, about 50 miles east of Manhattan. Over.
QSL the 58 to New York. Stand by, second operator.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Tango. And you're 58 here in Ontario.
All right, Don, Roger. 58 into Long Island. You two, thanks for working the park. And 73.
73, that's your Echo 3, Papa Tango Alpha, go ahead. Kilo Whiskey 4, Lima Uniform. Kilo Whiskey 4, Lima Uniform. Victor Echo 3, Papa Tango.
Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee, calling CQ and listening.
Kilo Bravo 2, United Kilowatt Alpha.
Kilo Bravo 2, United Kilowatt Bravo. This is Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee. The handle is Mike. Mike India Kilo Echo. The location is upstate New York. I will give you a signal report on the next go-round. Over.
All right, Mike, Roger. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm not too far from you. I guess 40's still relatively short. I'm on Long Island, about 50 miles east of New York City. My call again is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. And I've got you 58 down here. Over.
Okay, I'm sorry about getting that wrong. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima. Oh boy, I think I still got it wrong. I added too many. Okay, I think it's Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Kilowatt Alpha. United Kilowatt Alpha. I'm sorry about that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Am I okay on that?
No, you're way off, Mike. But don't worry about it. Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, KB2UKA. And I'm not in QRZ if that's what you're looking up. Over.
Copy. Kilo Bravo. I apologize for that. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. This is Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee. I have you at a 5'8", a strong 5'8", out of upstate New York here, and you said you're on Long Island. What are you running for a station? Over.
All right, Roger. The transceiver is a Sunsdr2 DX. I'm running about 1,200 watts with a Mercury III amplifier, and that's going into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical mic with 125 ground radials. They're 65 feet in length each. Legal limit remote tuner right at the feed point outside at the bottom of the antenna. And then all my audio is processed in Logic Pro, a DAW. I process all the audio in there, and then I route it over to the SDR software. Over.
Roger, Roger. Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. This is Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee. Yeah, Doug, you and I are probably running about the same thing. I got Icon 7300. I'm currently running about 600 watts into a into a ACOM 1010 amplifier, and then into my Pelstar antenna tuner, and then I'm running a vertical antenna too. It's a 9-band antenna, 26 feet tall, made by Hustler, and it's got 119 radios under it. I was wondering who makes your vertical, over.
Oh, well, you and me have the right amount of radials. It makes all the difference. Mine's just a 43-foot piece of, pieces of telescoping aluminum. Very similar to the 05, but mine's made by DX Engineering. So really, that's all it is 43 feet of telescoping aluminum. And I got a tuner right at the base of it, and I can tune anywhere from 80 to 10 really well. What's up, Sonny? Yep, I know it's you, brother.
Nice, nice. It sounds like it's a nice antenna there. I was wondering, you said, let me think, you said you had 100, did you say 120 radios?
125, but who's counting? Yep. This antenna's been up 2 years now. And on day one, I put 20 radials down, and then a year and a half later, I got up to 125. I kept going out there every few days and just adding 3 or 4 more. Over.
Copy, copy. Yeah, I think the more radios, the better. Are you going to stop at 125, or are you going to keep going, Doug?
Yeah, I'm done. We're looking to move on the island, though, but we're looking to move in the next few months. So I'm not adding anything else. When we do move, I'm going to do another vertical. I think a different vertical, though, but with the same amount of radials. And I'm going to, hopefully I'll have some trees. I have no trees where I'm on my lot. So that's going to be a prerequisite. Some 2 big 80-foot pine trees, 200 feet apart. Give that to the real estate agent. So I'll have a 160 doublet. So I'll have something horizontal and something vertical. Over.
Yeah, that's what I got right now, Doug. I run a G5RV about 40 feet in the air, and that's kind of like it doubles everything I have on the vertical. Like it does the same bands I have on the vertical, same exact bands. And I just wanted a backup system because I love talking HF, and if one went down, I still would have the other. And that works really good. My inverted V does. I'm really considering going more than 120 than where I'm at right now. My radios, most of them are 34 foot long, and I have about maybe 10 or 12 of them that are 70 foot long. I'm going to add more 70 footers to my pattern. They're on their way. I just got to wait for them to come in, and then I'll start stapling them in. How do you bury your radios, or do you just staple them on the surface?
Yeah, I just staple them like you, and then a few weeks go by and they disappear. It's really the best. If I had more land, like I have them stapled every 2 feet, because I'm on a 1/4 acre, and if I get struck by lightning, the whole backyard's going up. It's all copper out there, Mike. It's all copper. The lawn is beautiful. You wouldn't even know they're there. But yeah, if I had 2-3 acres, I'd probably staple them, maybe do 3 staples a radial. But I had them, when I put them down, they were all tight to the ground. Over.
Yeah, affirmative. Mine too, Doug. I do my staples every 2.5 feet just to make sure they're in there, because I really don't want to hit them with a lawnmower. There's too much time in there and too much money. Copper's a lot of money. Yeah. So I got more coming on the way. I'd like to do experimentations with my vertical. I think it's a lot of fun. What's my signal report towards you there, Doug?
Well, you started as a 5.7. You're coming up to a 5.8. Sounding really good. Q5 copy. I'll give you a little treat, Mike. If you put my call sign KB2UKA, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. If you put that into the search box of YouTube, you'll find my YouTube channel, and I'm live streaming right now. But you don't have to watch it now. The video will be up there forever. It's the second video that I'm doing today. It's called, what the hell did I call it? It's just called Boom Boom. Boom Boom. It's got my call sign in the title. And you're the first contact on it for this stream. We are only about, let's see. We are, where is my timer? Oh, no. You know, I don't even know where the timer is. What's going on? We got to be no less than 10 minutes into the video. But you'll be able to hear and see your signal report exactly as I'm hearing you in my headphones. Over.
That is cool. That's a neat thing to do. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out after I'm done talking with you. That's great. But you're happy with your vertical. That's good. I love verticals. And I love dipoles. I just like playing with verticals a little bit more because I can. My vertical has traps in it, Doug, and it's a little bit more. They don't fall out of tune, but sometimes you want to check them just to make sure they don't. I would love my next antenna. I would love to do a beam antenna, and it would be either a Mosley or a hex beam. The only thing that's keeping me from doing a Mosley is more traps. I'll have to readjust the traps or adjust the traps again. They're okay, but the hex beam would be kind of neat too because I would never have to touch it, just run it. Over.
Yeah. Well, I've ran everything, and then I took 7 years off from the hobby, and I've got two small. I've got an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old, which is probably why I took 7 years off. I started transmitting again. July will be 2 years. So 2 years ago, and I said, you know what? Let me get this vertical. It'll take me an hour to get it up in the air, and I got it up, and I never ran a vertical with this many ground radials. I've ran verticals before. Maybe 30 ground radials was the most I ever ran. And let me tell you something, Mike. You and I are relatively close right now, which is mostly the band. Normally we're both on verticals, so we'd normally be flying over each other. But this thing with 1200 watts works as good as a beam antenna. That if I hear a distant, weak European station, I'm working them, no problem. So when I put up another vertical, it's not going to be this one. I don't want to use a tuner anymore. So I think I'm going to put up a DX Commander, the big one. I think he calls it the Nebula. I think it's 60 feet tall. And it's basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a vertical fan dipole. So you have a 60-foot tall pole. You have spacers, I don't know, every 10 feet or whatever he does. And then you have elements, wires running down alongside the pole, and each wire is cut to whatever bands you want to work. And you could get this thing running 80 through 10 meter, no problem. And, you might want to use a tuner in the shack just to touch it up a little bit, but it's pretty much resonant wherever you want to transmit. Over.
Copy, Doug. I've seen it. I've seen the DX Commander before. I've looked at video on it before. It's a different kind of antenna. Is there radios? You have to use radios with that one, correct?
Oh yeah, yep. It's a ground-mounted vertical, just like yours and mine now. More radials, the better. The only thing that worries me about it, and you can relate because of where we live. I know he's in England and it gets cold there, but I just don't know how it'll handle the northeast winters. Over.
I think it'll do fine, Doug. I really do. I mean, my vertical.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. Maybe every now and then, maybe every couple of years, you got to tighten them up a little bit. All right, Mike. Well, I think the band is shifting. I think it's going longer. You just dropped out on me. I'm probably doing the same to you. So I want to say 73 to you. Thanks for answering me. Really good QSO. I hope you check out the YouTube page. And I hope you have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, Mike. I'm going to say 73. I'm going to go see if I can find a couple of my buddies around here somewhere. So Kilo Delta 2 Whiskey November Yankee from KB2UKA. God bless, and 73.
All right, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. This is Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee. Wishing you and your family, Doug, the many blessings in 73s from Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey November Yankee. Thanks, Doug, for coming in.
All right, 73. Glenn, let me go somewhere else. This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. Kilo 4 Golf Hotel Charlie. Kilo 4 Golf Hotel Charlie. Do you copy KB2UKA? Yeah, I hear you, brother. But there's guys right above us. Let me find another one. Hold on. KB2UKA is the frequency in use. Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt America is the frequency in use. Nothing heard. I have the volume down on here. Glenn, K4 GHC, do you copy KB2UKA?
How's it going, buddy?
Good, brother, good. I think you're going to get stronger, and me too, as the clock ticks on here. I got you about 5 by 6.
DAW. Hopefully it's not too hot. I haven't taken temperature here. Trying to get used to the radio. Hopefully it's sounding good. You're sounding good down here. Nice and strong, 5 by plus 10, 20. So it's stretched out a little bit, over.
Yeah, I got a low copy on you, Glenn. I'm hearing you, but I can't really hear the robustness of your beautiful audio. You're about a 4, maybe a 3 or 4 by 7 up here. I think in a few more minutes I'll probably hear you a little bit better. Over.
Yeah, right. I'm only running about 95%. What's that? Probably about 90 watts, 85. 90 watts.
What's up, my? What's up?
DAW back up. But on the alarm, so trying to get used to this thing, over.
Well, congratulations, brother. You know I'm gonna do it. I'm just waiting to buy a new house. And once I buy a new house, I could just sneak in all the money I'm gonna need for a brand new shack. I'm gonna eventually do it, brother. Okay, so what are you doing? You said you're running the DAW?
I don't have a foot switch. I'm running the max button right now. Yeah, I'm running the DAW. Just patched it all together. I actually got Steve to help me out a little bit, but I couldn't remember what all the settings were. So I'm 2 sound cards. I'm on the Behringer sound card and the M-Audio sound card. Processing in between the 2 and everything. And I think this should be my 3 sound. I'm running now when I dug over.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's sounding good. Like I said, I wish I was hearing you louder. Maybe in a few minutes. But did you sell the Sun, or you still have the Sun?
Oh no, I still got the Sun. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay. The Sun's a good DX radio. I'll run contests on it. And just keep it to the side. I just run normal DX on here, and some rag tuning stuff is about what I'm going to do. Anyways, yeah, I don't have the amplifier hooked up either, Tom. I've got to rewire everything on the, I changed the stuff around, moved everything around, and the cable's not long enough to get to the sun. So, and of course I've got to figure out what to do with the alarm with the amplifier. So, we're just running normal power, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So you're doing a great job then. I mean, that might be why. Maybe if you had the power behind you, it'd be 5.9 up here. Now, did you order the coupler and all that, the attenuator for adaptive pre-distortion?
No. The pre-distortion should be in the radio, I think, right? I'm not really sure about the pre-distortion, so I haven't run it yet. Apparently, if I click on it, it's supposed to go green, but I haven't had it go green yet, Doug.
So I don't know what it is, but Steve will tell you, or Art, you have to purchase, and you don't purchase it from Apache. It's a attenuator that you're going to hook up between the amp and the radio, and that's going to allow you to use adaptive pre-distortion. It does a little bit if you turn it on now, but you really need that piece to get it to work between the amp and the radio.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. Anyway, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I don't have one here. That'd be something I'll order later on, maybe. Boy, I just spent enough money, you know. When did I order this thing? February? I think February 13th, I think, is when I ordered the radio. So, and it come in Thursday. So, of course, now it was supposed to be here Tuesday of next week, but thank God it come in before the Memorial Weekend.
Oh yeah, you'll get you'll be an expert by Tuesday morning, Glenn. You'll be an expert.
I don't know about that, but we do our best anyway. Yeah, lots to learn on here for sure. It's way more in here than what the Sun's got. But anyways, I mean for a starter radio, the Sun's actually a pretty good one. But anyway, buddy, I'll let you go and make some more contacts. The frequency's good here; it's nice and clear. So I'll let you get on and make some more contacts. And good to hear you back on here, Doug. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, brother. I was real busy for 3 months, and now that's all over. And oh my God, I think this is like this is my third live stream in 2 days. So I'm back, Glenn. Congratulations on the new radio. You're gonna absolutely. There's nothing not to love about it. From all my buddies that have them, and you're gonna love it. And you'll get the amp hooked up. Man, you're clean as a whistle without the adaptive pre-distortion. Those are very clean radios. So enjoy it. Have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, and I'll catch you probably one morning. I'll be on tomorrow morning, so maybe I'll catch you then. So Kilo 4 Golf Hotel Charlie, Glenn, with his brand new Anon 7000 from KB2UKA 73.
Yep, 73, Doug. You have a good weekend. We've already got the flags flying down here, which is a good thing. So, patriotism. We don't seem to have a lot of that anymore. So, 73, Doug. Have a great weekend, and maybe I'll catch up with you in the morning. The excitement being school kid with a new toy. So, it's always a good thing. We'll catch you later, buddy, and you be safe. And we'll talk to you later. K4GHD.
All right, take care, Glenn. All right, well, I wasn't calling CQ here, but if anyone has a copy and wants to come back, KB2UKA, QRZ.
Whiskey Charlie 8 Lima.
Oh, wow, big signal. Hold on, let me get the logbook open here. Whiskey Charlie 8, was that Lima?
Roger, Doug. WC8L, name here is Sonny. Anyway, I heard you calling, and Yeah, I noticed you'd been off the air for a while, and as soon as I seen the notice of your live stream, I jumped right on and wanted to give you a quick holler.
Oh, Sonny, what's up, brother? Hold on. I gotta match your 4K here. Give me a second. Hold on. And we have a good path, so let me switch the audio around here and get the voodoo going, Sonny. There we go. Okay, now we're partying, Sonny. You're 5'9" plus up here, sounding great. And oh boy, yeah, Sonny, I was running for the school board here, and we gave them some hell of a run. And we ended up losing by 200 votes. The teachers union came out really, really strong, making smear campaign and lies. And oh man, I wish you could have seen the campaign we ran though. And but that's what I was doing for 3 months. We started the campaign February 8th, and election day was Tuesday, May 17th. And the election's behind me, but the fighting has not stopped. We're going to start something big up here. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I could imagine that would be a tough one, and I'm sure you opened up a lot of topics and conversation and eye-openers for a lot of the families and parents that were attending that school. So even though maybe that was not your win, I'm sure that you provided some topic for other people to definitely inquire into that existing board and the new member. But yeah, as soon as you switched over to Voodoo, I had to go up and change my bandwidth and open it up so I could grab all of you on that one. I had a little bit narrower before, but yeah, good to hear you. And like I said, you remember I told you a couple months ago I got the Starlink up, so now I get the legit notices whenever you go online. So I dumped my Viasat satellite internet and or satellite TV, and my internet is all gone now, and so now I have everything streaming for all my TV shows and everything right in through the Starlink. Boy, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Over.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. And you're on the sun right now, it looks like. Over.
That's correct. Yep, I'm on the Sunsdr, and I'll probably keep it for a while. I have, like you, I've got some big projects coming up. I'm having a roof replaced on part of the addition on my house that has a kind of a lean-to on it now. And I'm also gonna swap out my wood-fired wood boiler, which we heat when we radiant heat the house with. We're gonna swap that out with a pellet boiler because I mean, although I'm relatively in good shape, I'm 62, but I figure I don't want to cut 8 to 10 cords of wood a year when I'm 70. So I need to start anticipating the impact on my body as I get older. So that's a couple of projects I got coming up, and but the Anon's sounding like more and more something that's getting my interest, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it piqued my interest from the beginning. That's what I originally ordered, if you remember. And I just couldn't, I wasn't patient enough. Now the problem is I'm running everything on the Mac computer, all the audio, everything's zeroed in beautifully on the Mac, and you can't run Thetis on a Mac. So that's really what's holding me back. So that's why, I think when I move and I set up a new shack, that'll be the time to do it, because that'll be all the fun of redoing everything. Let me ask you that, the pellet burner that you're going to put in, is that going to be multi-fuel? Can you still burn wood if you have to?
Yeah, that's all going to be optional for me when I get ready to order it. When I put this wood boiler in, it's got like 300 gallons of water inside of it, and it was about $8,000. So I'm figuring in the last 8 years they've went up a couple thousand. So I'm going to have to put out a pretty good penny for it. But it would be nice to have a wood backup, and with a pellet as the primary. So because I can get wood, I just don't. If I have an injury, I don't want to have the wife out there trying to load big rounds of wood in there, because it'll hold a 3-foot-long log. But not saying she can get it in there if I got sick or was down for a little while. So that's one. I think we could load a 25-pound bag of pellets into a hopper pretty easy compared to how heavy some of those rounds get. wintertime. But anyway, well, yeah, I don't want to dominate. I see you got some other people on your log chat line there on your live stream that want to get a hold of you. I appreciate you talking to me. Maybe I'll get on with you in the morning. I get on with a group at 38:15 in the mornings, and but sometimes I'd rather switch over and talk with you. So I appreciate you taking my call out, and you have a good rest of your day. KB2UKA WC8L.
Oh, Sonny, anytime, man. And yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm glad you answered, because I wasn't even calling CQ up here. If anyone else wants to hop in, now's the time to do it. Sonny, you could stick around unless you got something to do. If anyone else is hopping in, come back now.
K1.
Kilo 1 station, go ahead. I think there was another station in there, Kilo Station.
Kilowatt 1, Yankee Whiskey.
There you go, Kilowatt 1, Yankee Whiskey. 40 still short, Greg. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm 50 miles east of New York City. You're 5 and 9, brother. How copy?
You're 5.9 here too. I'm only running about 200 watts. I tried to run my amp, but I'm getting some kind of RF issue. I have an open wire line in the basement here. Anyway, I've watched your YouTube channel quite a bit, and I just saw you went live, and I found you down here. So great to actually talk to you. Thanks for all the YouTube efforts, Doug. The name here is Greg. I'm located in Lancaster, Mass. Maybe about 50 miles west of Boston.
All right, Greg. Awesome, man. Well, welcome aboard. And what are you running? A Sun or an Anon? It's got to be one of those. Maybe a Flex.
No, it's an Anon 7K. I've had it for about 6 months, and I've been very interested in the Sun. And for a time there, it was hard to get a Anon. I think they started going back into production and meeting production recently. But very fascinating to read about and see the Sun SDR, and looks really nice from all your great YouTube videos. So keep going.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's a great radio. It's not the Anon though. I should have waited. And because there's just your noise cancellation, and they can get it to be, I think they could get it to be 90% of what an Anon is. I don't think that's their focus. And I'm in the tester group of the software. The hardware of the Sun can do adaptive pre-distortion. We were supposed to get it by the end of this year with a big major firmware update. But now with everything going on with Russia and Ukraine, if that's even still going on, I don't know. You don't hear about it too much anymore. But I don't know if it's coming. What I think these guys are building here, these guys at Expert, I think they're trying, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, and when I heard it, it flipped a light switch. I think they're trying to build a world-class DXing SDR, a world-class contesting SDR, and that's a beautiful thing to build. And I'm an audio guy, and I'm a rag chew guy, and I just think the Anon will serve me better for that. Over.
Oh, yeah, Roger. Well, I mean, you should definitely try to pick one up if you can. Remember, the supply chains are very shaky, and like I said, there was just a recent opportunity where they were delivering, and a friend of mine just got one last week, so he's happy. So you know, it's if you find an opportunity. I was ordering one for like 5 months from HRO, I gave up, and then I found someone selling one used, so I picked that up. So that that solved the problem. But anyway, I think the Sun, those guys at Expert have a lot of work to do, and they've done a tremendous quite a bit to get where they are. But just think about all the effort and man hours that were put into the software on Power SDR, Thetis now, and all that. So that's just a huge effort. So if they can come anywhere close, I just commend them for getting where they are, and where they could be, who knows? But I hope they keep going.
Oh yeah, and if I'm correct, it's that one guy Richie who's doing all the programming. And what are we in? We're almost in June. Yeah, how many updates has he pushed out in the last 6 months? He's just been firing them out, and each update brings you guys such great features. So I think Expert has the capability to do it. I don't know if that's where their focus is. We're gonna get the software that I'm running right now on the on YouTube, the Expert V3. This is still alpha, right? Like beta is supposed to come out any day, or they might do one more alpha actually, version 13. Man, I've got an SDR here, and I want to be able to, like right now, I've got you'll hear it when you listen back, I've got the auto noise canceller on, and I've got 3 settings, A, B, and C. I want to be able to get in there and adjust it and tweak it. The noise reduction, I want to be able to tweak it, and I can't tweak it. And, they're working on a lot of remote stuff right now. And I think their focus is not in the right place. If you're going to build out a user interface, you got to give us the basics first. That's just my thinking. Over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of work and a lot of thought into it. And like I was saying, just for those guys to get in the short amount of time compared to the years that were spent on Anon and, that whole project going back through Hermes and all that over 10 years ago. So it's a tremendous effort. So, but I do love the noise reduction on the Anon, on Thetis here. The NR2, it's just fabulous. I run it all the time. It just gets rid of any kind of background band noise that's reasonable, so and it doesn't distort the receive at all. So it's just an amazing noise reduction. And I haven't even yet played with Pure Signal or anything like that, but I want to do that at some point. I moved to a new location last year, and then this winter got up a 500-foot, 160-meter loop. And I'm still trying to get my shack room finished up here, and then I'll build out some more, expand my station a little bit as I go. But anyway, back to you, Doug. I hope I'm not hogging it. KB2UKA, K1YW.
Oh, not hogging it at all, man. You have a beautiful signal. And you're clean as a whistle on the waterfall, obviously, even without Pure Signal. Clean as a whistle. I hope I'm coming up to you clean like you're coming to me. How's it look?
Oh, it's railroad track, so you're just very, very clean.
All right, good. Yeah, see, it's a clean rig. It's a clean rig. And I know there's been years and years of work from Hermes to Power SDR to Thetis. It's just unbelievable. Glenn in the chat right now, he just got the Sun, if you were listening. Excuse me, the Anon. And that NR2, that's all I hear about, guys, is that NR2. And, I think this auto noise cancellation is an attempt to be an NR2. And they got to give me some adjustment. They got to give us... if they want to sell the radio in the U.S., right, most people that are buying Anons that I know, and most people that are buying Suns that I know, want to play with ESSB. They want to. They might not be crazy audiophiles like I am, but they want to tweak their audio a little bit. They want to go down band and go 4K wide every now and then, and they want a quiet receive. And the Sun's like almost there. It's just so hopefully by Christmas I'll be singing a different tune. Over.
Yeah, very good. Well, just be patient and be thankful that they've done such a good job so far. I think they'll come along. And as far as like dual receivers for diversity, I don't know if that's capable of doing that with like noise reduction, with a noise antenna and things like that. But well, maybe they can do it. I'm not sure, but that's a single receiver rig, right?
It's a dual receiver rig, but no diversity. It does not have the hardware for it. So if I get my wish list and they tweak the software to be comparable to Thetis, and they do the firmware update for Pure Signal, the only thing it'll be missing is diversity. But what I can do, especially that I'm running a vertical, and I still want to do this, I have all the parts here to build it, I could put a loop on the ground down and I can receive, I could have a separate receive antenna, but I can't notch them together. Over?
Right. Unless you've got some kind of a phasing network, like an MFJ or one of the
exactly.
QRM eliminators or one of those. But it depends on whether you need it or not. Hopefully you won't have any local noise problems. And you mentioned moving. Is that
what's up, James?
Coming up pretty soon, or what's your plan for a new location?
The goal is to close on a house by Labor Day. I'm 41. We've got 2 young kids, 8 and 7. I'm pulling them out of public school. They're going to private school in September. So we want to stay relatively close to where we are. We like the area, but I need more land. Selfishly for the hobby, and also the kids want more land. My wife wants more land. I'm on a 1/4 acre now. I'm looking at 1.5 acres to 2 acres. And once I have that, we're going to do another vertical. I love verticals. I have 125 ground radials. This thing is a monster. They're 65 feet in length each. So I'm going to do another vertical, a big boy, and then probably a 160 doublet, or maybe a loop similar to yours. I've been looking at 80-meter vertical delta loops. 2-element phase together, so they're directional. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of wire to run back to the shack. So it'll probably end up being a 160 doublet up 70, 80 feet, and a big old vertical. Over.
Yeah, very good. Well, that was one of the antennas I was going to consider, just a doublet, but my friends convinced me to go with a loop, and I was curious myself too how it would work, and it goes around my house. I had to cut down a whole bunch of trees to expand my lot, the perimeter of my lot, and it goes a little bit close to one corner of the house, so I have some issues where I've got to watch my power, but I think I've got to do some more grounding and deal with my open wire line here at the ladder line that I made. So I've got still some more work to do antenna-wise, and hopefully improve things and not have RFI issues. But with the loop, I can tune all the way up to like 17 meters. It works great. Has gain on those upper bands, although you don't know where the gain is going. It's all crazy lobes, different directions.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. So you could tune it 160 to, and you're on it right now, obviously, right?
Yeah, I have a Palstar BT 1500. It's a dual balance tuner, and that's what. And then I have the open wire line running like 30 feet of it in my basement here, just curled up in like a kind of a small way of taking up space because I didn't want to shorten it. I could still shorten it and do some more work outside with it, or move the inside part to the outside. I haven't done that yet because of other stuff going on, but yeah, I don't have a ground system even, so I'm probably, that's where most of my problems are. I need to a system ground where I could sync some of the RF that might be floating around here.
I'm just looking something up for you. Hold on. What is the website? Hold on. I gotta Google it. There is. Hold on. This is what I'm looking to get when. If this is the right website, hold on. I think this. If you go to trueladderline.com. All one word, obviously, trueladderline.com. They have, because I'm using an MFJ legal limit remote tuner right now, and it's outside at the feed point of the antenna. And I thought it was going to last me 2 weeks, but it's lasted so far 2 years. I don't like that it's, I heard if you hit it with 15, if you hit it with 1550, you'll fry it. So it doesn't have a lot of headroom. And right now I'm peaking at about 1250. This guy makes a remote tuner, an outdoor remote tuner. Where is it? It's pricey. It's $2,800. It's the ATU4K. And if you could get your hands on one of these, and you run that ladder line right to that bad boy, you can run as much coax as you want to the shack. Over?
Yeah, that's an idea. I'll look that up if it gets to the point where, well, I have an AL80 amplifier that I usually just run about 700, 800 watts, and I do have another amplifier that I'm gonna an Alpha 76 that is still in a box from when I moved, but I might consider something like that if I end up with problems. I think it's mostly the loop is a little bit close to the house, and it's feeding back into the house wiring. So I may have to raise it up a little bit higher in certain spots to help that out. Plus, I also had these AFCI breakers that were tripping when I ran power. Certain times when I lowered the loop closer, even because of the weather and winds and ice and all that back in the winter. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the loop. I built my own ladder line. It's 4-inch spacers from Tractor Supply and 14-gauge THHN wire from Home Depot, and that feeds pretty well with this Palstar tuner. But yeah, I could, if I did end up in a real situation, I could move something outside with a remote tuner. That would be kind of cool. But it would be a bit more expensive for sure. KB2UKA, K1YW.
Oh, yeah. The other thing is you could take that tuner you got and enclose it in something and put it out there. That's whatever, everyone says getting the tuner outside is really what does it. We lived in Connecticut for 4 years. I grew up here. I grew up on Long Island, and then when we got married, the company I was working for, we had to move to Connecticut. And man, that was a new construction house, and I would key down with 100 watts and set the alarm off in the house. All the smoke detectors were hardwired. Everything was hardwired. There was nothing I could do. Nothing. Your situation sounds like it's probably fixable, so that's good. All right, Greg. Well, really, really great QSO. According to my logbook, this is the first time we spoke, and that's probably because conditions are just cooperating, because we are relatively close. Excuse me. We are relatively close. But I'm going to say 73 to you. I'm going to go wrestle with these kids. And I hope you have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. So Kilo 1 Yankee Whiskey from KB2UKA. I'll listen out. Enjoy the YouTube stream. You're blasting in. You're going to hear yourself just great. And hope you have a great weekend. Take care.
Okay, Doug. Yeah, great meeting you and finally talking to you. And keep up all the YouTube efforts. They're really, I do enjoy them. Every time one pops up, I go and check it out. So I hope you don't give that up. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. Anyway, nice to meet you. I hope to hear you again, and I hope I wasn't hogging any time with your other buddies out there. But I did hear someone else trying to break in just before you transmitted, so I'll send it out there, and I'll say 73, and hope to catch you again soon. KB2UKA, K1YW, have a good evening and good holiday.
All right, 73, Greg, and great making your acquaintance and great QSO. All right, this is KB2UKA. I'm out of here, and Greg, you could take the frequency. Take care, everyone. All right, guys.
There's still someone out there who is calling. But
you guys have a great weekend. I'll be on tomorrow morning, 73.